Hello. Welcome to my tea room. I am Rochelle Mecca and I love tea. So I just wanted to invite you for tea and I'm going to be steeping gong fu cha. Maybe a little view into my little setup here. We got my fairness pitcher, cup, and little leaf filter. All right, I'm going to bring it back up. And I'm going to be steeping a tea that was from 2020 harvest. Nope, I lost the name at the moment. But anyways, I'm just going to get going. See that steam? Isn't that lovely? Okay, we're going to close that. Take a deep breath with me as we steep, go into the very first round. I need some grounding, so I'm sure you do too. Hmm. I waited so long for this steep. Been doing a lot of things getting ready this morning before I even stop for tea. Just gotta stop for tea. Ready? I like to pour one cup for myself and another little cup for spirit to honor them and give them something to drink while I'm enjoying their blessings. Cheers. That was grounding beyond grounding beyond grounding. Hope the microphone's close enough to me. Hmm. Hmm. I love a good cup of tea. Hmm. What's your favorite kind? I guess I didn't go far enough into describing what I am having here. So, into the steamy vessel. You see that? Isn't that pretty? Oh, the leaves are opened up. Well, they're a little more like brownish, dry when they're dry. I mean, and it's a Sheng Puerh cake. So it's just raw leaves lightly processed, put into the tea cake, and then left to age. Um, so I'm pretty sure I ended up buying this one in 2021. Yeah, probably late 2021 was when I actually bought this one. So I've been cracking into it over time. And like I said, it's like a 2020 harvest. And that's easy to remember for me because there's rats on the tea cake on the wrapper. So there's like three rats sitting around having a cup of tea and And it's great. It's so cute. But 2020 was the year of the rat, so makes it easy. It's like now that I'm like familiarizing the years with the with the animals, it's becoming easier to remember. I'm like, oh yeah, 2020, I have a tea cake of rats. Yeah. 2021. Oh yeah, I remember the Infinity Ox cake. Oh, 2022, definitely remembering the tiger, and that was showing up on Kellogg's on the Frosted Flakes. There was like a specialty box of for the year of the tiger. That I thought that was really cute. Um, um 23 was special because that was the year of the rabbit. And I that was really fun because the year of the rabbit actually landed, or the Chinese New Year landed on my birthday, and I love bunnies. I was so excited. So excited. Yeah, you could see me at my we call it the TZ bow. It was so like I literally had a tea hut for a year. So I don't know. It was raining for this birthday party slash Chinese New Year. Um, anyway, so we're hanging out around the shelter of my hut, and I don't know, bunny stuff. I have pet bunnies also, so they couldn't really join. They don't really like to get picked up anymore. But whatever. They're just living their life outside in a lovely garden amongst ducks and chickens and a turkey and quail. I mean, happy stuff. Yeah. They're happy buns. It does sound like a magical little fairyland, and I am just so happy to have given that to my children. I've got my own happy fairyland in my own version of life, but like, like it's kind of the Garden of Eden for those. And what was it last year was the Year of the Dragon. That's just that's just pretty easily familiar. I don't know. There's something special about the 12 increment. 2024 was the dragon. And then, yeah, I don't know. That's easy to remember the new cycle like that. And now we have the Year of the Snake. So I'm excited. I feel like I'm shedding a lot of old things, old beliefs lately, and coming into a new place in my heart, in my understanding and approach to life. Just like old things and habits that I'm moving on from. I'm just holding this teapot without a lid, and I gotta pour some more water into it. We'll get back to that thought. I'm seeing abundance in a whole new fashion, and that's really beautiful. And understanding even money. I mean, and that was, and coming to even bringing up money, how we interact with it, how we understand it, how we let it affect our well-being, and whether or not there's enough, or we're like living on the edge with money, or if we're actually in abundance and comfortable with it. Um, and I have like different periods of feeling like that. Then there's also periods of scarcity. And something that I learned really recently, was just to be aware of like how that hits the system physically, like how I feel about money and income as such. And that was really revealing because it's interesting. I've like I do pay attention to how my emotions hit me physically, when it like through my poetry, like let's say like, I hurt my foot and then I see it as a metaphorical thing about a change in direction. And then any pain that is there is signifying different things about my emotional and mental being. Um, But then there's this, whole other thing that kind of, drives your dreams and drives society. That is money. You know, how does that actually affect us? Um, so coming to be more at peace with that. Anyway, you probably didn't expect to come to a tea room and think that you'd be hearing about money, but you are. But the point of it for me focusing on it is really just to focus on my dreams and how I can bring this lovely tea experience to you and do it comfortably. I'm gonna drink more tea. You should too. Wait, I'm gonna give you a second. If you're not already having tea, you should go get some tea. And if you haven't even boiled the kettle yet, my gosh, you're gonna have to pause this right here and boil the kettle and go find your favorite tea to steep. And please, please let it be loose leaf. I really don't need any tea bags around my tea room. That's for to go. That's for takeout. That's like for like convenience. But you're sitting down and relaxing. You're having tea with me. And if you were actually here right now, there's no way you'd have a tea bag. You'd be seeing and smelling and feeling the tea with me. Anyways, you go do that. I'm gonna sip. Mm. That's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn the camera around because when I sipped, I just looked up and I realized that I pulled two decks over here. Was it just two? I thought there might have been three. There's two. Um, I pulled two decks over here. Oracle, or one's an Oracle deck and one's a tarot deck. And behind it on the wall, I have these two stickers, and the covers, they perfectly match the stickers that are behind them. I had no idea. That was all like intuition. Okay, ready? Let's see if I can do this. Do, 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 do. See that? These two? And the stickers behind that totally matches the rose and the mare matches that. Yes, I have a candle going because it makes tea session just that much more powerful. Yeah, it's good to have a. Oop, I don't know where this was exactly angled before. At least I'm have my head covering a light because beaming. Maybe it's like a halo. See that? Ah. Spend time with me. Get your daily dose of silly. Okay. And if you're asking, yes, we are definitely going to be pulling those cards. That was a whole part of setting this up today. Mm. I did say three. There's a third. There's a third. It didn't actually get up there. Herbal Oracle deck. That's fun. My friend Bronwyn gave me that for Christmas. Christmas? Yes, Christmas. Sorry, my birthday and Christmas, they're very close. Christmas is December 25th. My birthday is January 22nd. And so, you know, within like a month frame of time like that, and then now we're already like what? Like later March. This is a couple months ago since the birth. But anyway, like my memory of like when I received a gift for which Christmas or birthday, like I generally remember, right? But then I also they merge, and then it's been that way throughout my life. If I haven't seen a family member regularly, then they just combine my Christmas birthday present because it's easy. So anyway, that was a Christmas one. Yes. Oh, life. Any of you have a birthday and Christmas close by? I'm so sorry if you're born in December. Like, I'm sure that's your entire life, isn't it? That, like, for you, I would suggest that you just like have a birthday party in the middle of summer. Just, you know, just say, oh, we're celebrating the solstice and my birthday, my halfway to my birthday. I mean, come on, you gotta celebrate. You gotta enjoy the summertime. The moon and the darkness of the winter is so beautiful, but also the summer. Soak it all in. Just you feel so much more alive. So why not celebrate birth then, even if it's not really your birth time? I think it's the way to go. Hmm. Speaking of birth, not. Welcome to my brain. I got this crystal skull sitting here. Hello. I like having a little skull buddy on my tea tray with me. I have different ones too. I have this is called a Shiva, I believe a Shiva stone. That feels so powerful. You know what that did? Like physiologically, it just completely calmed my entire being. And I think there's a lot of power this stone is holding right now. I think later I am going to have a session with this. It's really like I really feel it over the third eye. Sometime in this past summer, I used that for during a couple of oracle readings, and some things like really awakened. Like I have a few spirit guides, and so I used it to connect. And this one reading that I did for somebody, and I used that. I She was asking who's and I don't remember if it was like Dougie or something like that, but it was a name. And she's like, "Who's this?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, there's been this like presence or this like thing and it tells me that this is their name." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, interesting." So, and then she gets up, we're running the tent at the Salt Circus, so she's the crystal guru and she's the expert salesperson in our shop. So anyway, she had to get up and help somebody. So while she was up, I put the stone to my third eye and I asked my spirit guide Jesse. So I'm like, so who's Dougie? Instant answer, her brother. Okay. Her brother. Okay. Well, I don't know her too well, but I'm guessing if she doesn't know who that is, then she doesn't have a brother who is alive. So I I asked her, I'm like, so did your mother ever have a miscarriage? 'Cause the answer I got was your brother. So she followed up and I think it was actually true that her mother did have a miscarriage. I don't know if it was before her being born. I don't know, whichever. Maybe. But I mean, if it happened when she was like two or whatever, she's not gonna really remember or like be talking about it too much, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, that's interesting. Not that there was ever, she did say like there wasn't like ever an intention for like that name necessarily, but I mean, if you never got to be born, but your spirit's around, I think you get free will. I mean, you get to choose your name. So this person just thought it'd be fun, have a like, I don't know, because I think it's like a kind of a childish energy to that, like Dougie. So if we never really got to be born, then maybe just kind of always maintain that like innocent, childish sort of state of being. I don't know. I get it. I connect with having like your silly side, your childish side. So maybe in that case, then that spirit always wanted to be her younger brother or something. I don't know. But that was a that was a really interesting moment, and I felt very proud of my spirit guide for having gone and delivered that too. Yeah, no, a very interesting spirit guide for me. He's somebody who I knew who died. And I had tried to communicate with them through Reiki, and I'm pretty sure I did. I do it through writing. So people call it all automatic writing. I guess. Um, what I do because I'm a writer, I have my pen to the page. Maybe I set the intention, ask a question, whichever it is. And I ask a spirit guide, take my pen, just go. And then I know that I am transferring not ownership, but the will, the words to the spirit. So then I just allow them to write. And I know when it's not my voice and it's not quite me, I'm just receiving the words and then they go down and I'm writing, obviously. I'm consciously writing, but it's also like it's not my that's my voice. Um so I had reached out through Reiki and then communicated like that. And then some 5 months later, he actually arrived as a spirit guide for me. And it's been a very beautiful relationship. I'm so very happy to have Jesse with me. This is a person that died way too soon, and I just knew that there his time wasn't up. He's only 37. Um, I just saw so much more that I mean, and it's just one of those, when you meet someone, you just expect they're going to be around a very long time. Like, of course, just going to keep existing. And then less than a year later, after meeting, gone. And I don't know, I just had this innate knowing that this person was meant to do more, still have more to do on Earth and provide his spirit and wisdom and everything. So I did work for it. Like I mean, and I just couldn't let it go that he was gone. I mean, I can let go of many things, and I didn't know him very long. Could have just let go, but it wasn't meant to be. It was meant to, yeah. I don't know. Have you ever felt a connection to somebody like that? Have you ever felt somebody's presence? Do you see ghosts? I'm very curious about people who see ghosts because I don't see necessarily, I visualize. But I feel, I do the writing, and I have other ways of interacting in Reiki and the intuition, letting my body feel into it. So, yeah, yeah, very interesting. If you leave me a comment, let me know if you want to know more about the spirit stuff. I'd love to know what you know as well. If you're also if you're an intuitive person and pick up anything as well. Love to have a little comment conversation about it. That's super fun. That's super fun. All right, I'm gonna drink this. Steep and shuffle or shuffle steep. Sh which one do we do? Gonna pull out the deck because it was hiding. Okay. Um, how are we gonna do this? I'm just gonna shuffle. I don't care for reversed with this deck. I think it's just the medicine of the herbs will, or they just are. There's no backwards to it. But maybe I'll read what the reverse thing is about because it might resonate with somebody. Um, I don't know. Yeah, depends on where you're at. So I'll just read. I think it's just like a little sentence about it anyway. So okay. Herb Oracle deck. Give us the plant of the day. The plant of the day. What we should be aware of. What collective. What the collective needs to know today and the message they need to hear and if accessible to them, what tea they need to steep. And if it's not available, then just feel into the medicine of it. Visualize it, maybe go look up pictures and learn a little bit more about it because this herb is for you. Go to cola. Okay, that's interesting. Check it out. Looks pretty ethereal, eh? Wow. Oh, okay. So go to cola. It's card 17 in the deck in case it resonates, and it's about higher consciousness. That's exciting because of a lot of things, but this is being recorded on March 17th. Sorry, 27th of 2025. And we're going to be going into a new moon and on the same night slash morning. For me, it's going to be like at 6 a.m. A partial solar eclipse. And man, the messages that I've been receiving, not universally actually, but from other like YouTubers and light workers, people, intuitives, internet people, stuff. Um, it's going to be powerful. There's a lot going on. It's going to be a portal. It's going to be a total maybe timeline shift. Um, if you're aware of what you're doing, I mean, you could get trapped into sort of a depressive state if you're not careful, if you're not being conscious about what you're doing. But if you're working towards major shifts and major goals in your life, your prayers, your intentions, your manifestations are being answered. So go to Kola, higher consciousness. Okay. Okay. Hermit, solitude, soul searching, realization, greater knowledge, and enlightenment. And reversed because okay, note they fear not in the paying attention. Loneliness, uncertainty, alienation, isolation, confusion, and doubt. Oof, that is really flips on its head. Wow. Okay. An astrological ruler is Mercury and the moon. Some plants resemble the parts of the human body they affect, a natural phenomenon called the doctrine of signatures. And it proves to be true in the case of Gotu-kola, which is shaped like the human brain. For thousands of years, it has been used in India for focus, cognitive function, and overall mental performance, creating a harmonizing healing effect. The Taoist master and herbalist Li Qingyuan, who is said to have died at age 256, was a big proponent and student of this plant. It was also used to relax the nervous system, repair nerve trauma, and reduce stress and anxiety. In Ayurveda, Gotu-kola is classified as Rasayana, or a masterful rejuvenating herb due to its ability to restore function and balance and nourish many aspects of the body and mind. Quick note, remember what I was like saying about like money or emotions and how it feels in the body? Yeah, really connecting to like the nervous system. So that's really interesting that that came up in this same conversation. Ancient Ayurvedic texts reference the herb's spiritually enhanced properties due to its balancing effect on the right and left brain, producing a heightened state of awareness. Modern science now confirms that gotu kola can restore brain cell and nerve function, improve improve blood circulation, restore digestion, and speed the healing of wounds. Gotu kola is ruled by both Mercury and Uranus, as it not only increases circulation in the brain, it ignites alertness, concentration, and insightfulness. Also, called the herb of enlightenment. It powerfully stimulates imagination, promoting lucid awareness and brilliance, which are traits embodied by both Mercury, the conscious mind, and Uranus, the higher self, also known as Atman in Sanskrit. Interesting. Oh, I'm gonna have to steep some of that. This is a random rare one, and I do actually have it thanks to my old roommate who knew about more odd herbs. So I can go and do this. Yes. Okay. Guidance. Gotu-kola, like the wise hermit in the tarot, signals the achievement of great wisdom through solitude and trust. You are entering a period of deep inner contemplation. Looking for answers requires solitude and disconnection from the regular casualties of life. Gotu-kola walks through the undiscovered pathways of the subconscious mind with precision, guided by the light of the northern star. You're moving into a new and higher stage of being. If you're experiencing a sense of loneliness or alienation, you are perhaps living a reality where your own deep truths have been denied. This is a time for introspection, a time for rest, meditation, and inner work. Your consciousness is undergoing transmutation. Take the time to study. Invoke your higher consciousness every day through meditation and contemplation. So mote it be. Wow. How you feeling after that? You need a cup of tea? Find some go-to cola. Or if you reach out actually, through my Mecha tea, I could sell you some. I could sell you a little bag of consciousness. Let me know. I'll put my email and contact information and my Mecha tea's information in the comments and or not in the comments in the description. And yeah, reach out to me for some go-to cola. Yes, that's fun. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm not done with reading cards right now, so we're gonna pull up the Rose Oracle. It's fun. This deck is all about all kinds of different herbs. It doesn't even actually include tea, which makes me slightly bitter. You know, like that bitter plant we love called Camellia sinensis. My love. Oh, but then this one is all about the rose plant. It's so beautiful. If you've seen any of Rebecca Campbell's work, fantastic. And if you haven't, go find her. She's very beautiful. Just such a beautiful soul. There's this she's a few songs on Spotify actually that you can go and find. This one has really hit me. It's called Rise Sister Rise, and it's it's very simple. That's pretty much the lyrics. Well, there's a few more, but that's pretty much the lyrics, and it just feels so powerful. And I have listened to it on repeat. It's like a, I don't know, 8-ish minute song, and I just rise, sister, rise. Rise, sister, rise. Rise, sister, rise. Rise, sister, rise. Rise for you. Rise for me. When you rise first, you rise for me. Rise, sister, rise. Rise, sister, rise. Actually, it's when you rise first, you rise for she. I like the way that's worded. How it's laid out. And it's just some soft guitar in the background. And yeah, it's pretty much that. But I think it's so beautiful. I think it feels so beautiful. I don't even have to think it's beautiful. It feels so beautiful. You think about that when you're saying I think this, but I feel this. They're very different expressions and just being aware of like how you're really speaking to what's in the heart too, right? Because you're feeling towards something, you're feeling something powerful towards something. And then um when you're thinking something, thoughts they come and go. Feelings do too, but you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? What I'm getting at here? It's just very different to express what you're thinking. Something is um in a certain way or a thing versus how it feels. So, anyways, um, where did I start that ramble from? What the song is about for me to realize my own gifts and step into my power and be comfortable, even being comfortable right here on video recording, because I don't do this. I've done my podcast, the microphone behind me, and I really enjoy the audio aspect. I mean, I'm becoming incrementally more comfortable with the fact that right now I can't actually hear myself. I can't hear how loud I am on the microphone. Like there's these unknowns for me, and I'm just rolling with it. That wasn't really an option a couple of months ago. Um, because I'm more comfortable because on the mic over here, I have headphones on, and so I can always hear myself in the while I'm recording because I want to hear how close I am and the sound quality if I need to adjust anything. And there's just something really different and pensive about hearing yourself while you're speaking. I'm already very comfortable with my voice. I love my voice. I think I have a beautiful voice, and many have told me that. So that's part of why I'm even podcasting and doing this now and sharing my voice with you. Um, so anyway, so rise, sister, rise, for me to rise into this and become comfortable with myself, I am giving others the power to do that for themselves as well. Because other women have done this before me and they've inspired me. And I'm not trying to be anything like other people. I know that I am so innately myself. And, I know it. We see it. Right? Uh, so me stepping into who I truly am is a gift for others. Color of my tea. That I'm fascinated right now that the color of the liquid totally matches the color of the handle. That's a rare occurrence. Because obviously greens are a lot more lighter, whites as well. Sheng Puerh just becomes black, and then you get reddish colors from your black tea. Yeah, it's fun to observe. Slurping is normal too. I'm not just being gross. It helps to send flavors of the tea up to around different areas of your taste buds. So allowing pulling in with extra breath is also doing something to the flavor. Hmm. Like it has a bitter presence, but it's also quite like appley, like fruit. There's oof, definitely like a fruity presence going on with this one, and it's reminiscent of apples because it's sort of like on the edge of like you got your kind of like somewhat sweetness, but you also got the bitterness, so maybe somewhat leaning towards granny apple, but not quite also. Hmm. Hmm. It's cozy. It's happy. Happy tea. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the stack here. gonna read the attunement. Yeah, it's been a bit. Um, so this deck with the Rose Oracle comes with an attunement card. So let's read that together and ground ourselves with it before going into the reading. Mother Rose, you who are present long before we, and you who will continue after we're gone, bless this oracle and all who use it. May it be a gateway for all to return to ourselves, the earth, and each other. May our connection with the voice of our soul be made stronger with every use. May all who touch it feel cherished, held, loved, softened, and seen. May it deliver insight, understanding, compassion, and guidance that's in the highest interest of all beings, past, present, and future. When I'm holding space for another, help me to step out of the way and invite others to connect with the wisdom that exists deep within them. Guide me and all who use it to embrace our ever-changing true nature in the seasons of our lives with compassion, understanding, and grace. Show us how we can plant ourselves here more deeply than ever before. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get shuffle. Tension. Well, follow up on the mood and the vibration of what we've already been talking about. So, what blessings from the rose shall we receive now? This one I like to shuffle and then do oops, a cut in the deck. Mother Rose. I was thinking Mother Rose while I was shuffling. I almost said it, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna say Mother Rose because whatever, whatever. But anyways, oh, look at that. Beautiful. Returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Oh, after higher consciousness too, guys. This is good. This is good. Okay, sorry, love. Where did you? No, just alphabetical order. I think so. That's T. Okay. Do you hear me almost say the alphabet to? Yeah, yeah. I do that a lot. Okay. I always do you sing the alphabet when you're trying to find something in alphabetical order? As if I haven't been interacting with the alphabet since I was like 2 years old. So I'll have to recite it to know what comes first, the R or the T. And I'm pretty sure the T comes after the R, but we still gotta sing it to get it right. Okay. A sacred symbol of the feminine, the rose has been here much longer than us. In ancient times, garlands of roses were placed around the statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. We're all her children. She connects and unites us all. If we trace her roots far enough, maybe we'll find our way back to each other. We're living in a time of great division, learning and unlearning. We're together mending the thread of humanity. This is a card of returning to union by facing what's been broken, separated, and severed. To realize that we're all human while harm has been done. What's needed now is for us to acknowledge what's happened and endeavor to find a way to return to each other. To realize that it's to realize that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time, that both can be true. Mother Rose longs for humanity to drop our defenses and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion. To face and untangle the sadness, anger, and hurt from our hearts with the help of her grace. To dig our roots deep until we find common ground. Which relationships are difficult for you now? Who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist at once? Rose transmission. Mother Rose, please show us how we can find our way back to you, the earth, and each other. Help me to acknowledge what's difficult for me, and may my heart be filled with compassion for all. Hmm. Put your hand on your heart. Breathe together. 3 deep breaths. How's that? I'm comfortably lightheaded. I don't know about you. Oh, that was good. That was good. I think I even need to remember to have more full deep breaths while I'm having tea. Because that was that was special. That was good. Definitely sets the caffeine of the tea in motion more as well. So that's more, I don't know, running through the body peacefully or something like that. Well, when you're breathing in and exhaling, I don't know how they say it for more scientifically, but you are bringing in that fresh air into your body and your cells, all of your cells receive it, especially when you're setting that intention. All of your cells in your body are just receiving that energy and they breathe out and they release the old also. So your whole body gets to reset. And you send the tea caffeine through your bloodstream and you're like, mm-mm. Can you keep up with my foods? Really deep, peaceful inhale and then dance party. It was great. A great moment this past summer was I saw my favorite band, Elisana. Now they're like a heavy metals, not heavy metal, but they're a hardcore band, screamo, it's crazy. But they also have so much different like moods throughout their music too. So like I can be going hard and screaming, singing along, but then there's these really peaceful, ethereal moments. So it's like really fun to dance because like you get to let out a whole bunch of energy and but then like they catch you just at those right moments that you get to so like you've let out all the hard and then you get to go really floating in space with these gentle parts and it's just enough that when it picks up again and it slams you, you get to go hard so you just get to balance your energy so much. Oh my God, they're on I don't know, it feels like an hour long set or so. They did like a whole their whole album Confessions. So it was the journey through that whole story, which is but I gotta keep going because they balance the energy that well. Oh, could have watched it over and over. Where I start with that with tea. Of course, speaking of tea. Um, because before the show, I sat outside the venue with my little camping stove thingy and I just boiled water and I made lovely tea with my partner before the show. So I had this like little puck of Sheng Puerh that I got from Anthea Tea House earlier in the year in February when I visited. So I was waiting for the perfect moment, and the perfect moment was right after meeting my favorite band. And I handed them my trilogy, and it was so magical, and they're so sweet, and it was so great to meet them. And then so I went out, and then so I was just rushing into Pittsburgh. My God, that was like a 2.5 day slam journey on the gas pedal to get there in time. Like I was terrified. I was late. They were gracious enough to give me time to meet and hang out a little bit. But so after all that, I needed some tea. So it's a wonderful thing of Chopor, and there I am, my tea tray, the whole thing set up sitting and just really soaking it in, getting all like this great energy. And I mean, I hadn't even had tea in those couple of days because I was so on the go. So it was very grounding and energizing, and I got to do a little, offering cup on the side as well for them for the band. And I was just filled with wonderful tea and great energy, and that's all I needed to be the wildest person in that crowd all night. I don't know. Maybe I brag about it or something. I love being the wildest person in the room. I'm so proud of myself for it. I love being the one that gets a mosh pit going. I love being the one that's like dancing my face off and every little bit of my body is just going wild. And this is why I need calming, grounding tea practice because my energy is this in love with being wild. And so I do need this for my being and to remind myself to ground. I've had a sense of that for throughout my life, and especially from Melisana's their flow in their music. Because like I said, like it's not all just heavy. Because if there's balancing vocals, we got one main screamer, we've got another person doing screams, and we also have a clean vocalist. And the way that they especially balance the main clean vocalist and the screamer together, it's just like very beautiful, like the way they communicate with each other through lyrics or they play different characters in the songs and so we got that more kind of grounded person yeah, so anyway, their sense of flow has always given me the sense of like going hard and then absolute peace and crazy and anyway, I love it. It's really nice. I think it's a really great thing to just click and tap into that stillness. Okay, I'm gonna have a little more tea again. Ramble, 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 ramble. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. I am facing the tarot deck, but um I'm gonna go read some poetry to you. Ah. I got the original copy of my books right here. The original is like the first author's copy that I ordered to, review the book and whatever and have a first one in my hand. And these ones, man, have just been in bags on bags and traveling a whole bunch. They've seen a they've seen a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna read you poetry. Okay. Okay. This one's called A Journey into the Tesseract. I don't even need to read it. Is this me? Am I really there? Inside the Tesseract, I see myself across the walls. Memory's not mine. I don't remember that happening, but I think I would do that. She sounds like me. She talks like me. I don't know her. How do I know what's real when everything I see is an illusion of who I am? Close my eyes. See eternity. Every move I make leads me closer. Stop being afraid of who I can be. Brace myself for what's next. Know my heart. Reach for my darkest self, and I will come out as pure light. See an asteroid belt rush past my eyes. Feel myself blown out of its circuit like a gust of wind. Stop and gain control. Feel every nerve as it pinches and aches, fingertips exploding, toes writhing, eyes straining. It's not safe here. Heart heaving, hips twisting, and suddenly, perfectly still, body gone. I am the void. If I see a memory that is not my own, it still becomes a memory. I can't unsee and unlearn it, so now it is a part of me. I do get the choice to go without thinking about it, but I don't get the choice to remove the effect that it has on me. I become a part of it, and it becomes a part of me. Hmm. And if you don't know what the Tesseract is, you should go look up Tesseract. Um, it'll make a lot more sense. And you're gonna go far into that journey, into the Tesseract. Ah! I'm excited. If you have that like nerdy urge to go and look into it, do it. Like it's Madeline Langland. I don't think I ever pronounced her last name right. Um, from A Wrinkle in Time, she was the first to kind of like put more definition and I guess visualization into what the Tesseract is. And then Elsa actually used it in their story. And then I was inspired by those vibes, and then I made this poem. But then if you like, I actually end up on YouTube last night, and I realized that there's actual movies on YouTube that are available for free, which is great because I don't have any Netflix or Disney Plus or anything anymore. I don't have access, but so I'm like, oh, I wonder if, like YouTube has stuff, and they do. They have some free movies. You just have to watch it with some ads interrupting you, but whatever. It's like a YouTube video, but it's more of a film or documentary, whatever. So. I remember the name of the video, but I got like half an hour into one about NDPs or NDEs, sorry. NDPs. um near-death experiences and how when people leave their bodies, they go into this inner journey, and it's really beautiful that like people find this extreme peace in this world of the afterlife, this immense love that they never felt in their lives, and they feel more whole than they ever have while they were living. And it's not uncommon for people to experience the Tesseract also. It's this place, it's like hypercube of all possibility. So you might see doorways, you might see cubes, and you might see all this stuff. You might be still, you might be going through a tunnel or whatever. So the idea of like seeing yourself on the walls, especially Alzana describes this in their literature, which is fun. So like her like say character, yourself, Annabelle sees all these different depictions of possibilities of how her life has actually gone and been. So she's sitting there watching her life going through and things that are happening that like never actually happened to her before. But it is her and her potential experiences, so then this also goes into the idea of split timelines and everything that every choice that we make, there's like we're going into a different possibility of experience. And if we actually made one major choice or a little choice over another one, there's still always a split off. So somewhere in another reality, these other potentials are happening. And I like to imagine that sometimes, like, oh, if I didn't do this, there's another timeline out there where it is happening. And like kind of brings me a certain sense of comfort. I'm like, oh, okay, like even if I'm not experiencing it, I'm experiencing it somewhere in another timeline. Maybe I get to hop over someday. I don't know how time bending these things work. No, anyway, that's something I find. And a couple of times in thinking about it in the past few days, I'm like, there's a timeline where I died doing that. Nope, there's a timeline I didn't catch myself on that tree, and I definitely tumbled down that hill. I either broke something or died. Hmm. Yep. Good thing I'm here. Okay, we're gonna go somewhere. Oh, your own hero. A hero's journey is never easy. Don't let the pain of yesterday hinder how you feel today. You're never just a hero to those around you. That doesn't matter. What matters is how you step up and become a hero to yourself. That's where the real pride comes from. You have to step outside of your home, outside of your comfort zone, and experience all that is out there in order to grow, in order to find out what your discomfort is and come to terms with it. The most important thing is to never give up, keep searching, and become your own hero. Mm. Death by pen. The trauma was alive inside of me. I transferred its existence onto page. My pages may be haunted, but they hold a living memory. By the cast of the pen, pain was scratched, bled, bruised, carried by the sharp tip of the blade. My dagger grew in strength. Lost pens became one. One sword to keep me alive, defend me from the ghosts of the past. Hmm. As the wind blows. Blue smoke billows through shining raindrops, held by perfect light green leaves, thin branches, the sun peeking through storm clouds. It is but a short glimpse. Sky darkens once more, a constant fluctuation, rain, sun, and wind. A flash of pure sunshine to an immediate downpour. Soak my clothes, let me recover once more. Roads become rivers, windshield wipers charge full speed. Suddenly dry, slow down, then pick up speed again. Thrash the van, wind, blind my eyes, sun, cleanse my soul, rain. You ever experience crazy weather days like that? Like, I had to capture that. I just had to, I had to just be like, yeah, put that in the poem because it was just so wild. Like how, like all these extremes, and then oh yay, comfort, sunshine, and what the hell's going on? Oh my gosh, Moonbow. The city is dead, I scream into the night. If they're always watching, then why don't I start performing? Obviously, they're searching for the great and brilliant to shine through. Tortured, rotten, and brave. A real and true piece of art. Fear begone. I kind of want to end all this right there because that's what I needed to hear today. I needed, I needed that one. Your own hero, Moonbow. Mm. So, yeah. If you're watching this to the end, thank you. And I do want to alert you. I have a new membership that I've opened up, and it's called, well, you can be a tea house member. So you can be receiving exclusive videos or live streams of me recording like this, and we have tea together and hang out. Being a team member also, you get to receive a bag of tea every month, so you're on this tea subscription, and also. Um, also videos, recordings. You get discounts on tea. There's some other stuff. I'll drop a link in the description also for you to check it out. And it's $111 a month. Um, so if this is your vibe, if you're loving this, you can be part of it more often and more directly also because we'll be actually having the comment section open and live streaming it, right? This is just a video. Um so that'd be super fun. And also, I have a coaching offer as well. Yeah, so I'm a poetry or writing coach. So, and especially this is to work with mental health as well. So if you do happen to be struggling with your mental health in some capacity, and if you're trying different methods and it's just not quite, working. I personally went through a whole journey of writing every day and being really, really open with myself, decluttering the mind, you can say. And I just reached so much transformation in my heart doing it. And then also this is to help you with writing poetry, if this is your passion, but it can, then end up being any kind of writing form that you are passionate about. And I'll be there with you to guide you, hold your hand. I mean, it can get very emotional. I will be your shoulder to cry on also. And if you feel you trust me and feel comfortable with me, I will be all there for you. So yeah, please reach out to that. That is a $3,333 program. And it's about transformation and it's about really changing and opening up yourself. Because if you're not feeling like yourself, it's hard. It's hard. So that's what I wanted to share at the end. So I hope you have a lovely day and hope the rest of the tea you have to drink is wonderful. Cheers.